Hi everyone, it's me, Heaven. I know it's been a while since I last posted on here. I just got so busy after my vacation, I didn't even have time to properly edit all the videos I was taking whilst on holiday. But I do promise you I am working on those at the moment. And then I had to go to uni come September, so I really didn't have time to do anything in regards to my channel since then. But it's the new year now, it's the 23rd of January. So I was like, why not do a little reintroducing myself, I guess. I don't know if I can be bothered to make a little wrap up of all the books I read last year or just my favorite books that I read in 2022. But I am sort of thinking of doing like a little reading update just to show you what I've been reading, what I'm planning to read, and like books I got recently in the mail all in one video, just because I thought it would be easier just to do it all at once because I don't have time to be editing multiple videos. I'm still in uni now, like my Christmas holiday just ended. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I thought I'd start off with the books I'm reading at the moment. The first one is A Sorcery of Thorns, or just Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. I read her novel, her debut, An Enchantment of Ravens, a couple years ago, and it was alright. But I've heard this is like her best one so far, so I was like, okay, let me give it a go. And I'm currently like halfway through. Yeah, I'm about 230 pages in. I'm actually enjoying it more than I expected. I think I will like this more than An Enchantment of Ravens, but I wouldn't say I'm loving it completely. To be fair, I am in a sort of reading slump at the moment. This is sort of slowly getting me out of that slump. I've just been really in the mood to read like magical fantasy series, not like urban or whatever, but like really foresty, like I don't know how to explain it, that sort of fantasy series, and this is doing well for me. And hopefully I want to finish this by like today, tomorrow if I can, and then that way I can pick up the novella. This came out on the 17th of January and it's called Mysteries of Thorn Manor, and it's sort of, you know, pretty short. I really like the cover as well, looks really nice with the original one. I've heard really good things about both A Sorcery of Thorns and now this novella. It's been compared to like Howl's Moving Castle, which is my absolute favourite Studio Ghibli movie. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not really seeing the comparisons at the moment. No, that's a lie. I can kind of see it, but it's not as obvious as I'd hoped. But yeah, these are going to be like my last sort of reads of the month. My other current read is Modern Divination by Isabel, who is one of my Instagram mutuals who I've known for about a year or so. Their book comes out on January 30th, so I would suggest pre-ordering it. It's a sort of rivals to lovers dark academia novel, which after reading Ninth House last year and Hellbent, like I've been absolutely in love with that genre. But I'm very particular about what kinds of dark academia books I've been reading, just because I know The Secret History is definitely not for me. I might give If We Were Villains a chance, but again, I don't think I would 100% love those. But I'm really enjoying Modern Divination. I do recommend giving it a chance, you know, go read the synopsis, see what it's about, and pre-ordering it if you can. From here on out, I'm sort of going to be talking about books I want to read and books that I received in the mail because they tend to like overlap. But I recently got my Waterstones pre-order of Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. Lee? I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce her name. It's got these sprayed edges, which I love. It's got the regular, it's supposed to be white, but it looks very grey cover. And then you've got this gorgeous end papers right there of the rabbit and the snake. And then the foiling underneath the dust jacket. It's amazing. I read it in November because I was actually lucky enough to be sent a proof through work, and I literally devoured this. Read it in 2 days. I didn't get to finish annotating towards the end just because I couldn't stop reading. I'm gonna reread it, carry on annotating this edition, but like towards the last like 20% I just completely stopped annotating. So like I have annotated a lot at the front, I just didn't tab everything that I've annotated. But this book, my god, it took me a while to come to the conclusion that I loved Hellbent more than I loved Ninth House, which is saying something because I adored Ninth House. But if you really did like it and you're putting off reading Hellbent for some weird reason, I do suggest you pick it up ASAP. I'm going to her event this week on the 26th after uni, and I'm so excited. I just need to figure out if I want her to sign this, because this is not signed, unfortunately. My proof, or one of my 3 copies of A Ninth House. I did end up buying the American hardback because the UK one is nowhere to be found. No one wants to sell their copies, which I understand, but yeah, I'm really excited for the event. Speaking of events and book mail, I guess, The Stolen Heir by Holly Black just came out this month as well, and I got the Waterstones Black Edition, which is gorgeous, and also the pages are really floppy. Like, it's nothing like a regular UK hardback. Like, you don't even need to hold the pages, like they stay down. Behind the scenes content, including her journal and annotation for when she was plotting The Stolen Heir. I still haven't picked this up yet, but I definitely want to read it before the event, or at least read half of it before the event, because that's on the 1st of February. And I only just realised that's like maybe a week or 2. Not a lot of time, but I'm definitely aiming to finish this. Read most of it before the event, because I do not want to be spoiled. Obviously, they never talk about spoilers for a book during an event the book is for, but you know, you can never be too safe. So I can't remember if I showed this in a video last year or not, but I had come home from my holiday to a proof of A Day of Fuller Night by Samantha Shannon. It comes out 28th of February this year. I know it says January, but they printed the proofs before they changed the dates. I've split this into 5 parts, as is the book, including the epilogue, just so I don't get overwhelmed. That's partially why I'm actually reading a lot of fantasy books, to slowly ease my way into like reading fantasy again, just so I don't feel overwhelmed when I'm reading this one, because if you remember from my videos last year, I was reading mostly romance novels with like maybe 2 or 3 fantasy books thrown in there. I did read a bit more fantasy towards the end of the year, towards like October, November, December. But this is the year where I want to get back into fantasy books, because that is what I'm usually known for, especially at work as well. I'm really excited to pick this one up because I absolutely love Samantha Shannon's work. Like, I'm so excited to be able to see her in February, actually. I just realised she also has an event in the coming month, which I'm definitely planning to get this signed, as well as my Waterstones edition. But yeah, I can't wait to read this so much. I'm also nervous, but I'm trying to let the excitement take over my fear of reading an almost 900-page book. I thought it was 1,000 pages. It's not, but yeah, we'll see. I also received a proof of The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. Everyone knows how much I loved her debut novel, For the Wolf, and obviously For the Throne, which came out last year. The Foxglove King is the first book in a trilogy she's currently working on, and this one comes out in March. I can't remember the exact... Okay, it says the 14th of March. I'm really excited to read this. It says, "Death holds the city, she holds death." And like, I'm just in love with the cover, especially like this back part. But I can't wait to share my thoughts about this book and just to dive right in. This is another book I want to read in February. That way I'm like keeping ahead of like my proofs, so I don't feel overwhelmed and like I'm like scrambling to read them the month they come out. But this is going to be on my February TBR. One thing I'll say about 2023 is that it started off pretty well for me in terms of book mail. I woke up one morning only to see that I had been sent a copy of One for Your Enemy by Olivia Blake. I'd requested this through work, but if you know me, you know that I am obsessed with Romeo and Juliet. Like, I have a couple copies of the play itself. I'm obsessed with Chloe Gong's Secret Shanghai series, which unfortunately is coming to an end this year with the last book in the Foul Lady Fortune spin-off series. This book, if you don't know, is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but with witches. Doesn't that sound amazing? It's also set in New York, which is... love that. It comes out April 6th. I'm so excited to read this. It's absolutely stunning. But yeah, if you didn't know about this book, I do suggest you pre-order it before it comes out, because there is an exclusive Waterstones edition that is absolutely gorgeous. And the last book I received recently was Happy Place by Emily Henry. This, oh my god, when I say I almost cried when I opened the parcel to see that this was in there. It comes out April this year. It's one of my most anticipated books of 2023, and you'll know that I absolutely adored her books. especially people we meet on vacation. This is supposed to be like a second chance romance, and it's a type of romance I feel like we don't get enough of, or at least that aren't written as well as they should be, and I have like complete faith that Emily Henry will do it justice. But yeah, I'm so excited to pick this up. But yeah, it's been so lovely being able to be back on here. Just don't expect any weekly or like bi-weekly videos. That's probably not going to happen, just because I have no idea what my schedule's going to look like. But yeah, just watch out for any new videos coming soon. Do click on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post a video. Comment down below what you're currently reading and what you're really excited to read this year. I hope I'll see you all soon. Bye!